Hello and welcome back to Chasing Trophies. It was Super Saturday at the T20 World Cup, the first day of the tournament, and we had three really good matches. I think the first game itself was a banger, a cliffhanger, whatever you want to call it. And then we got Scotland, West Indies, India, USA as well. But let's start with the first game of the day: Netherlands versus Pakistan. It was a crazy game. I know that Pakistan is known to lose matches like these against minnow teams. They did that against the USA in 2024. But the state of this match, in the beginning, Netherlands having a good score, 100. They were 100 for three, and then collapsing to 140, 149. Then Pakistan 80 for two in 10 overs. It looked like it was going to go one way, but then there was a collapse. And Fez, we both did not expect it at that time, but there was a collapse, and Netherlands were in the game, and they were on top at one stage.
Yeah, 100%. Why एंड क्रेडिट टू वसीम अकरम कमेंट्री में बोले थे ये बात कि भाई अगर पे प्रेशर बढ़ना है, अगर विकेट गिरेंगे तो देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ प्रेशर ऑन दिस पाकिस्तानी टीम एंड वी हैव सीन दिस हैपन इन द पास्ट एंड स्टफ, सो दैट डिड हैपन. But what didn't happen was Fahim Ashraf, playing a substantial knock of 32 and getting credit. Bhai, was like what 38 of 38. It became 32 of like 20 balls or something. It was like looking like it was out of the
38 of then 30 of like 18 balls like that. It became almost
so वही हो गया था कि एकदम से like you mentioned a cliffhanger. It went against them. ये हुआ because we were all like 2 for 98 हो जाएगा यार. बाबर आजम was on the crease and conventional cricket खेल के आप जीत सकते हो match. But Netherlands had different plans, man. Like credit to Scot Edwards, a very underrated captain. We always say this. Always mention his name in the World Cup only, that he's a very good captain and stuff. But we remember the qualification scenario in 24 as well. It was a little tricky, and Bas Didili or whatever his name is, he had a sensational comeback in one of the games. And Scot Edwards again with the bat today. Scot Edwards, like, he had a decent knock that took them to a good 140 plus score, and we didn't see this happening. But then yes, Max stood out and all the drama. But Fahim Ashraf holding his nerve, and I think. Crazy win for Netherlands at the end of the day. So for Pakistan over Netherlands at the end of the day.
Yeah, and Roelof van der Merwe, this guy, man, he's like 42 years old. Again, what a spell, man. 4.2 economy, picked up a wicket. He didn't bowl the last over, I think, because Fahim Ashraf was on strike. It was lefty. Again, like that was probably the reason, but he was outstanding. And Van Meekeren as well, the way he bowled, again, variating the pace, it was excellent from them. I was really happy for Van der Merwe, man, because I've been seeing this guy when I was a kid in school, and I'm still seeing him. I've finished school, finished college, and he's still playing cricket. So it's great to see that. And then from Pakistan, I mean, there are obviously there are some negatives and there are positives in this game. They shouldn't have taken it that close. A couple of positives is their bowling as well. 3 wickets, I think, was it for Salman Mirza? I spoke about him in the preview, like he's a bowler to watch out for. Again, he is pretty deceiving to the eye. Looked impressive. Couple of wickets for Nawaz as well. So good from there. And then the batting, Saibzada, Farhan, Saim Ayub, getting them off to flyers. And that probably helped them eventually, because otherwise it could have been way more required in the end. Babar Azam, I wanted to speak about. We'll touch about it very, shortly. I mean, for a small period.
Because the innings of the length of the innings.
Again, when everyone is flying, he comes in 18 deliveries, 15 runs in a T20 match.
Yeah, I mean, there was someone who was saying that he's holding back this team, and it feels like that right now. See, we all believe he has a talent, but maybe not in the T20 domain. This looks like it's 2020 cricket. In T20s also, it looks like it's the 2020 era, not the 2024 to 2025. Salman Agha is coming with a different game plan. Like you can see, he's going to attack Saibzadeh Farhan. Saim Ayub, I think, played a very good innings, a very underrated innings actually, and that took the game away from Netherlands. But if you're going to come and not try to pull your hands a little bit more quicker, it's going to get the run rate is going to mount up. There's going to be pressure, and I'm pretty sure from his understanding he has understood that, because we saw him trying reverse sweeps. We've seen him that he's trying to find gaps. It's just not happening for him. And they've taken him out of the team. Bringing him back after that BPL was already questionable for us. But that is his presence in this Pakistani team and the country. We've seen that also. Like it goes against the captain like hate and all. So I don't know exactly, like, is it because he's a senior figure? Like, see, he was involved in the catching. There were 2-3 catches he took today. But with the bat, he has to step up. And if he doesn't, then, I think the Pakistan country, not the team, I think the team already understood that, he is holding them back, but they'll have to understand that then.
Yeah. And Salman Agha did say in the press conference before the game that, I respect all the players, Fakhar Zaman, Babar Azam, but we're going to see what's the best 11 going on the day. And that hints that, if he continues to do this, he might get the drop as well. Because I think, like you said, it does look right now he's holding back the team because everybody's strike rate looks decent except for his. Obviously, there are, Shadab, Nawaz, these guys had poor games with the bat. With the ball, they were decent, but with the bat, they had, and you want improvements there. But in general, if your team is playing one way and then you're playing another way, it does cause some issue. But yeah, Pakistan will at least be happy that they won. No matter how they won, they got the 2 points, because if they did not win this there would have been so much pressure on them. There would have been a backlash back in Pakistan. People would have gone crazy. So at least they got the victory. Now I think they have to move on, look at the USA game, the Namibia game. If they don't play the India game, they'll still be under pressure because they need to win the remaining matches. And we saw there's no guarantee. Today was a hint of that. There's no guarantee that they'll cruise in those games, because USA gave a glimpse of what they can do as well. The other game was the West Indies versus Scotland game. It was the chasing the target, our other channel derby, very important game. But overall, Scotland did play well. I felt, in parts they did, especially the first 10, 12 overs, they bowled pretty well. They had West Indies in check. If it wasn't for that flying innings from Shimron Hetmeyer, it looked like, Scotland could have restricted West Indies for a lower score.
Yeah, Shimron Hetmeyer, again, we've been seeing him coming, the second coming of him. I mean, he had a very dry spell in Rajasthan for the last 2 years. I questioned 14 crores for this retention. And now he's proving us wrong, or at least me wrong, that, in the last couple of games for West Indies in general, he's been very phenomenal. He's got a lot of 60, 70, 80s, like the striking ability that he has. It looks like he's worked on his fitness. There was a complaint from the people of the Royals fans as well that he was not looking fit and stuff. But today with that catch, 100 catch, apart from that blistering 50, which is probably the fastest for a West Indian in a T20 World Cup. And the firepower in general, this is why West Indies, I was keeping them in the semis. But yeah, I changed my prediction towards the end because of the whole scenario in the Super 8s. But I can still see them making the semis as a freak outside shout, and this is exactly why, because of the batting depth that they have. They have Romario Shepherd, Rohman Powell, Shimron Hetmeyer, you mentioned. Shai Hope in the beginning has been decent for him as well in the white ball cricket. Initially, like you mentioned, Scotland played a very good field as well. They kept the ball, fielding intact. They didn't let loose runs happen. But with the West Indian power hitting that, and we seen them win 2 World Cups, we can also expect this to happen.
Yeah, their biggest challenge will be when they play against the bigger teams, and if they do reach the Super 8s in the Super 8s. But Pakistan, West Indies will want to qualify first and then think about everything else later. And we got the first hat trick also of the World Cup. Romario Shepherd, if I'm getting his name correct, picked up a hat trick. This guy's a proper all-rounder, man. Like Mumbai Indians, do they still have him or Bangalore? I don't know who has him, but whoever has him. What a player, man. This guy is crazy. Sometimes he'll smash 80 and 30 deliveries, or he'll pick up a hat trick. And that will give them a lot of confidence. And it's great to see a West Indian getting a hat trick in the World Cup, man. You'll love to see the Caribbean flair.
Yeah, it was incredible, that catch also, when apart from the hat trick, of course, that was a brilliant thing. But the catch, you saw Darren Sammy also run onto the field. Everyone tried running onto the field. And the West Indian, they have Ravi Rampal there, they have Darren Sammy there, all ex-cricketers, so they all are vibing right now. And West Indies, again, in the recent time, we're seeing them, they're trying to really force very hard to get the golden days back, right? At least, we mentioned, a lot of people mentioned that, West Indies, cricket needs West Indies. And it looks like they're trying to focus, this is a strong suit. And they're trying to make something very spectacular happen here, hopefully.
Yeah, man, and congratulations to Romario Shepherd also in particular. For him, for him coming from wherever he has, picking up a hat trick in the World Cup, it'll give him a lot of confidence. Then we move on to the last game, and that was a big shock in the first 10, 15 overs. India losing 6 wickets, 80 runs in the power play. They lost 4 wickets. We were all. I can speak on my behalf. I was expecting 200 plus when I heard that India's batting first at the Wankhede. But Abhishek Sharma getting out for a duck, and after that, a lot of people following him back into the pavilion. USA bowled fantastically well. They changed the pace, very good variation, and they had India in a pickle. But it was the captain Surya Kumar Yadav, despite giving a chance, getting a lifeline, capitalizing and taking India to a respectable score.
100%, my spot on. Again, Wankhede tha thoda bahut movement we were expecting, but not this kind of a slower pitch. इतना भी हमें कभी नहीं दिखा कि भाई bounce भी नहीं है उसमें, pace भी नहीं था, रुक के आ रहा था ball, and we were also confused at what's happening. चलो with Abhishek you could say कि भाई उन्हें लप्पे बाज है, he looks to hit out That's how he's going to get out. But what followed after that, that events where we saw Ishan and Tilak, fighting breath to actually hit, and that's what it was like. It become very slow. 10 over में 49 कुछ थे हम लोग. That was very unheard of. From exactly 10 matches before, every match we've been like 200 and 180 and 190, power play में 60 70 on the average, right? Like, we were not associated with what's happening. But this is where leadership and the quality that is Surya Kumar Yadav, a lot of criticism in 25, rightly so for the batting, but as a captain and as leader, I think he's been spot on. And today, where he took up the additional responsibility, even in the toss, he was like, "Nahi, bhai, we want to bat first because wickets very slow dikh rahi hai." I feel like there might not be a lot of dew on offer and stuff like that. So, credit to him. He's a local guy. He read the pitch very well. But yes, this is a very good alarm call for India in general for not taking anyone lightly, and taking each match that it comes and plan accordingly.
Yeah, and your boy flying in like a day before the game, playing a World Cup match. Mohammad Siraj again picking up 3 wickets. Very good performance from him. We didn't think he's going to play today because we expected Jasprit Bumrah to start.
Yeah.
He had a viral fever. A lot of people are upset about that. I don't know why, man. These things happen. And like it's better to rest. Like I understand some people play in fever, but it's not necessary that everyone is the same body or same thing. So Siraj stepping in, picking up 3 wickets, very good spell, and he was complimented well by Arshdeep, by Akshar Patel,
Yeah.
Vanu Chakravarti. They bowled well as a group, India.
Solid. And I think one thing you said earlier in the preview as well, like the power play, they'll plan according to the situation and the pitch and the conditions and just according. And that was spot on. Like Arshdeep Siraj got the majority of the power play, and then you brought in the spinners. Varun Chakravarti also, you spoke highly of him, and he also delivered. Akshar also a very crucial 2 wickets in an over. I think that was a game changer as well. You saw Milind Kumar and Shubham, थोड़ा बहुत Sanjay, sorry, they were getting back. अच्छे खासे रन आ रहे थे उनके. हार्दिक को भी पड़ रही थी आज मार. But apart from that, like USA, they fought above their weight category, and I think they put up a very good fight. Had Surya Musabai not hit in the last 2-3 overs, 120 पार कर लिए थे USA, and if 130 135, you might have seen India actually lose this game.
Yeah, 100%. And like because they got to 130 in the end, that's a 30-run difference, which is big in T20 cricket. But when it's India USA, you thought we'll win by like at least a 50+ margin. I know that's a bit far-fetched at times in T20 cricket, but that's what I was expecting. So if India did make like 120 130, it would have been a big problem. So that's where and I'm very happy also, like you mentioned, for Surya Kumar Yadav as well. He got a lot of stick, and rightly so. He got a lot of criticism. It's not like he didn't deserve the criticism. He deserved it, but he came back strong, and this is why the team believed in him, why the management believed in him, and yeah, good captaincy as well. Let's see what happens. I know a lot of people will say if you play like this against US, how are you going to win the World Cup? But this is T20 cricket. Like you can play like this. You can lose 2 teams. England had lost to Ireland and won the World Cup. Pakistan lost to Zimbabwe and reached the final. So these things happen in T20 cricket. We'll take the win and move on to Namibia in Delhi. But yeah, this was a crazy day. Faz, any particular moment of the day that you enjoyed, one particular or a couple of particular moments?
I think the moment for me was like the क्या बोलते हैं अपना Siraj's first wicket because like just a little bit of biasness because our Sunrisers boys didn't perform today. But that apart from that Max O'Dowd's drop, that was a big moment in the game. Hetmeyer's 50, it's a lot of moments, but like for me, the guy was like abused, man, and like he just comes back, picks up. It's a nice like thing to learn from. Like just do your job and move ahead. It's like something like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was a fun-filled day. Tomorrow we've got 3 games: Afghanistan versus New Zealand. We've got Sri Lanka versus Ireland, and England versus Nepal. I'm looking forward to the Nepal fans, man. I don't know about they're going to be flocking in at the Wankhede. I think it's going to be in the Wankhede, same ground. So be prepared, man. They're going to be flocking in. What are you looking forward to? First, Afghanistan versus New Zealand. I said right, Afghanistan versus New Zealand. It's a big game, man. It can change things in this group of death. So big game there.
Bilkul, but I don't know where it's happening. I think it's either Ahmedabad or Chennai.
You're talking about the Afghanistan game?
Yeah. If it's Chennai, then it'll be a turning track. So that will be very crucial, Musabai, because New Zealand do struggle against spin. But yeah, Finn Allen, if he's starting tomorrow, because we've seen Tim Seifert and Devin Conway only, but if Finn Allen is starting, it's a smaller ground, he can tonk it hard. But it'll be a very close match, I think. It's not going to be an easy takeaway for either side. Yeah, depending, one thing is, yeah, Gurbaz, Zardran, these guys, openers always for Afghanistan, like someone steps up, it's good, or else the middle order collapses. So that's something that we've seen very, very keenly with Afghanistan. But the spin quality that they possess on a Chennai wicket, if it's a day game, then maybe I don't know how it'll react, but इंटरेस्टिंग तो रहेगा भाई लाइक जैसा भी वो मैच बहुत ही तगड़ा है ऑन पेपर
Yeah. So you're looking forward to Finn Allen, probably Rashid Khan as well.
या
I'm looking for Noor Ahmed, man. Chennai, bro. He's a Chennai boy now. He knows the wicket
yeah.
on the back of his hand. I think it'll be good. Like him versus the New Zealand players. It should be a solid contest. I'm probably going to go Afghanistan to win this game just because I want them to as well. I think they deserve some happiness, man. So and they're a good team. So yeah, let's see. But New Zealand, never doubt them, man. In ICC tournaments, they always have a way. Then England
top for England, New Zealand, India, South Africa. So
yeah, I mean New Zealand, even if whatever happens tomorrow, they still have a very good chance to in this World Cup. Then we got England versus Nepal. England have already announced their team. They announced it so early. You thought they're playing today. That's how they announced the movie in the afternoon, not even now or whatever. So they're ready to go. Obviously Butler, Salt, we got Archer, we got a lot of players. But anything that you're looking forward to in this game? Obviously Nepal will have a lot of fan following. So yeah.
Yeah, Nepal का एक अच्छी चीज उन्होंने 24 also they were playing some big teams. I think South Africa was one of them, and they put up a very good fight in the 24 World Cup. I don't see them team being a easy pushover. They have good talent over there, and they're very passionate, like you mentioned. They might give England a tough time, but one player that I am looking forward to again is Phil Salt. I think what he's going to do in Indian conditions, that'll be very interesting to see, because when it comes to the Super 8 or a semi-final, then you see these players from the end idhar tak kahan tak aa gaye. These are the guys like George Butler. You're very, very big fan of George Butler, right? So England again, how they perform against us, if it's Spain, if it I don't know where it'll be, if it's Wankhede, and if it's similar if it's at this time, then we'll have to see how the pitch
it's plays in the afternoon.
So then it'll be
is it 3 o'clock? Yes.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. That if it turns, if it nips a bit, how does England sustain and stuff like that? Because today we saw India collapse at the market, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean Nepal will have spinners, but England have their spinner Adil Rashid as well. I'm looking forward to how he plays in this tournament. Him and Jofra Archer, I think, will lead the attack with the experience that they got. They've got Liam Dawson there as well. And the last game is Sri Lanka versus Ireland. Sri Lanka in Colombo. Sri Lanka will be playing in front of their home crowd. It's going to be packed, I think. And yeah, expecting Sri Lanka to win this in these conditions.
Yes, by again home pe they've been solid. They've got good spinners in Kamindu Mendes, Velelage, and we saw it in Colombo today how it was turning right in the Pakistan game. So I feel like I'm backing them. Ireland experience against spin, I'm not very sure about them. They do have I think Sterling, Hector, and these guys, but I'm just going to go with the home side, home support that basis.
I feel there's going to be a big World Cup for Hasaranga, man. He has his conditions. He's a very good player. He can bat as well. He can be that guy, who can be their match winner. Obviously, they have some crazy batsmen, but Sri Lanka is inconsistent over the last few years. But Hasaranga, if he has a good World Cup, it can really help them.
For sure. Like spinners, bilkul, definitely they can turn out the game.
Yeah, man. I think that wraps it up for today. It was a great day of cricket. Join us tomorrow as well. There's a lot of talk, a lot of drama, but finally we got to see cricket, and it was action-packed. We saw the Associate Nations also doing a good job. We saw the big team struggling, but then getting the job done too. So we saw a lot today: drop catches, hat tricks, sixes, fours, and hopefully we get to see more tomorrow as well. Thank you, Faiz. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we will catch you tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and good evening.